4-cost sorcery, gain control of target creature. Oh, because we don't have enough of that bullshit in the game already.
How did you get this strong?
Until end of turn, untap the creature, gains haste until end of turn. Add 2 mana of any color, because why not? Last spoiler video where at the end I said I wouldn't be surprised, and I was half joking, if they printed Sunbond. What I meant was, I wouldn't be surprised if they printed a functionally identical card to Sunbond, but made it cost 1 less and put it in the uncommon slot. That's what I actually meant, because light of fucking promise. Well, apparently if I could predict the future by sarcastically saying broken crap that they'll put in the set.
How did you get this strong?
Celestial Mantle, everybody. It's gonna be, they're gonna make it cost 3 instead of 6. It's gonna be called Celestial Go F Yourself, and it's gonna say quadruple instead of double. If you're not familiar, enchanted creature gets +3/+3. Whenever enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player, double its controller's life total. Yeah, they're gonna print it in the common slot for 3 mana, colorless actually, all colorless, and it's gonna quadruple the life total. That's an official leak from my psychic powers. A Johnny's Pride Mate is completely out of control. Heliod is completely out of control. That deck is tier 1 all day. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody has the balls to bring it to a tournament. Boo-hoo, I made it to Mythic with it. Get over it.
How did you get this strong?
This is still just horribly broken. And is it really like a 2-for-1 removal risk if white is outdrawing them 2-to-1?
What is going on with you? What are you talking about?
Because Mark wanted white to have card draw now.
What is going on with you? What are you talking about?
And the card draw is based on life gain. Just like the other permanent we have where card draw is based on life gain already. Any deck that runs this is going to be absolutely batshit crazy, and anybody who plays anything vaguely white in draft is just auto win. Just 100% win chance. This is truly and utterly disgusting that they would push the game to this power level. It's unreal. Yeah, cards like this would be fun and interesting additions to an interesting deck if it wasn't such a broken state of standard. That's a shame. Apparently I'm smarter than wizards, but I think we all knew that at this point. It's 2/2 for 2 human wizard with prowess. Oh, goody. If you pay 1 red and sacrifice it, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. Wonderful. A self-sacrifice outlet card. That's what Rakdos Sacrifice needed, which just came in like first at a recent tournament. You wizards, you clueless idiots. Next up, Hellkite Punisher. It's a 6/6 for 7. Flying, and you pay 1 and fire breathe it. Great. Fantastic. That's what we needed, was an aerial win con for this broken horse shit.
How did you get this strong?
I hate fire breathing. It is just inherently unfair. They constantly have the threat, so then you chump it. Oh, and then they don't have to spend the mana. Make it sorcery speed, dumbasses. Next up, finally a red mythic. Are we finally going to see the garbage unplayable joke of a red mythic that they put in every set? I hope so. Probably not. Probably more broken shit. So it's a triple devotion 6-cost red enchantment.
Oh, me. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Comma, Mark Rosewater. You know this is a Mark Rosewater card. So they didn't learn their lesson from Embercleave. They didn't learn their lesson from Torbrand. Now we've got Fiery Emancipation. It's a source you control, not a red source, by the way, this time. It's just any source, because it at this point. If any source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage to that permanent or player instead. Triple damage, not even color locked, as if anything would be okay with this if it was locked into red damage. Best thing is, my understanding is this stacks with Torbrand, so it would be 9 times damage. Well, if you ordered it correctly, whatever. Basically, a 1/1 can hit for like 12 with this bullshit out. Yes, it costs 6. Yes, that's a lot for red. No, I don't give a shit. Any other questions? This is an absolute disgrace. People not only are going to play this, they're probably going to cheat it into play it for free.
Magic has become an absolute fucking unplayable joke. Add this to the ban list.
How did you get this strong?
Igneous Cur, that one card that gets summoned by that other one card. It's a 1/2 for 2, and if you pay 2, it gets double fire breathing, because why the not? Why would you not want to put fire breathing on a 2-drop that you go get out of your deck for free? What would possibly be wrong with that? I wonder. You literally cannot even compete with creatures. Dead on arrival card, sorry. Next up, the other card you go and get for free, Alpine Watchdog. It's 2/2 for 2 with Vigilance, and that's it. Well, I could see which one they liked better. Next up, Furious Rise. Please tell me we're near the end of these. I'm near the end of bullshit that I can put up with in one fucking day. Enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until you exile another card with Furious Rise. Yeah, great. Free card draw in red. That's never broken or degenerate ever.
How did you get this strong?
Next up, Valorous Steed. 5 cost 3/3 with vigilance. When it enters battlefield, create a knight.
Wow, what a piece of shit.
Shadows sounds delicious. He's 4 loyalty for 4 planeswalker and +1 up to 1 target creature gains +3/+3 and trample until end of turn on a +1. Really? Did you meant to put a minus there? Then we got -2, create a 3/3 beast creature token, which honestly could be a +1. They really did honestly flip these. Also, it can fetch either a Garruk specifically or a creature. I like that. This is pretty good. Unfortunately, pretty good is not good enough for the standard meta right now. Absolutely unplayable dead on arrival, sorry. Come back and see me after rotation. Maybe it'll be playable then. It's a 2/1 for 3. Flying and non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. I fucking hate this thing. I hated it last time it was printed. I hate it this time. I'm going to hate it in the future. And that's the last one. Good. I'm going to go do literally anything else with my life than contemplate how absolutely shit the meta is going to be when this pile of garbage drops on it. If you think I'm overreacting, once again, you're an ignorant dumb Get a clue and get a clue in a hurry. Look at the number of bans and look at the popular decks from 2017 and then 2018 and then 2019 and then 2020. Just the number of bans on a graph in all formats, and then look at the top decks of each quarter. And then come back and tell me that I'm wrong about saying that the state of standard is too powerful and a lot of these cards are way pushed. Honestly, some people are that stupid in my comment section. I don't know if you noticed. Whatever, kudos to the other 95% of you who are smart enough to just post shit like, oh my god, I'm quitting Magic forever. Just looking at these makes me sick to my ass. You guys get it. So thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next video. The standard environment is just so toxic you can't even build anything right now. It is so annoying. I literally built a 100% hexproof indestructible deck, and it doesn't matter because tier 1 is just all sack effects and board wipes. You got like Liliana, Doom Foretold, and then just every board wipe. And then like literally any other deck, I run them over like they're not even there. Like they might as well have not even showed up to the game. It's just really degenerate rock, paper, scissors. It's so stupid, and my main problem here is they have such interesting looking creatures and some, some overpowered crap, but some where it's like, oh, that would be fun to build a deck around, except you can't. You literally cannot do it. You cannot just build something that looks super solid and really interesting. You cannot do it. I took the reported standard tier 1 meta and mixed it with what I'm seeing density-wise, in the highly competitive leagues on Arena. And I would say against 2/3 of them, you cannot possibly hope to win with an army of creatures. It's just not going to happen. So any interesting looking tribals or creatures, like dogs, cats, birds, anything, you can't play it. Oh, fun, interesting looking card, you can't play it. Oh, that deck archetype looks, interesting. I haven't played something like that. I want to try that. Nope.
Not right now. Nope. That's why if I seem a little bit unenthusiastic and kind of pessimistic about these spoilers, it's because they're all dead on arrival, and then we just keep seeing tier 1 deck upgrade, tier 1 deck upgrade, tier 1 deck upgrade. Oh look, Red Rush got worse. Oh look, this control deck just got worse. Oh look, a more effective way to remove creatures. Oh, wonderful. Oh good, Rakdos has an even quicker, more efficient sack outlet. Woo! Oh look, Red Rush got a half turn quicker. Good for them. It's a deck building game. I like building decks. You like building decks. But you can't right now. And you know what? At a certain point, they're going to realize that nobody's building anything on Arena except for one broken tier 1 deck and they're just playing with it, getting bored, leaving Arena, and then also not spending any money getting more wildcards because they literally do not need them. And not to mention just the mountains of people just leaving Standard, and thus obviously completely leaving Arena. These stupid careless mistakes in game design and in power creep are going to cost them so much money.
And it's going to start now with this set. So anyway, moving on to most of these pointless spoilers. So next up, we've got Subira Tulzidi Caravaner. And since they named her, she's legendary, and she's a human shaman, has haste, she is triple red and 2/3, and if you pay 1, another target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. That's what we needed. That's what we needed, is another fucking unblockable red creature. You literally cannot even compete with creatures. Dead on arrival card, sorry. Sure. I was just thinking with Embercleave and Torbrand and that new horse shit, we need another Tin Street Dodger. / Ginger Brute. Oh, except that those are weak as hell. She can grant it to anything for 1 on the turn that she came out without even paying red. Awesome, great, exactly what we needed. Plus, if you paid 2 and tap her, which you can do the turn she comes out because she has haste, discard your entire hand, which, will be 0 cards, let's be honest. And then when a creature you control with power 2 or less deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So in other words, refill your entire hand in your stupid bullshit Cavalcade deck. Wonderful. That is just absolutely fucking great. Oh, and remember, just because Torbrand's in play and just because it's hitting for more than 2 doesn't mean its power actually is more than 2. What a broken, overpowered pile of shit. You literally cannot even compete with creatures. It's a creature, it's a cat, it's 3/3 for 4. Already unplayable, don't care what it says. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, put a 1/1 counter on it and untap it. Yeah, not good enough. You have it coming in as a 10/10, it'll be more power appropriate for the standard meta right now. Alright, we've got Thieves Guild Enforcer, 1/1 for 1, creature human rogue with flash. Oh good, we needed another flash creature, thanks. And when this card or another rogue enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 2 cards. Wonderful. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in the graveyard, it gets +2/+1 and has Death Touch. That's exactly the type of upgrade that I was just hoping that we would get in an Ashiod delay mill deck. Was a Death Toucher with natural mill. I don't think anybody's going to put 12 rogues in it though, so we're not exactly, in trouble here. But that deck is so fucking annoying already. Any attempt at an upgrade I find offensive. Gormand, allegedly. That seems like a couple too many symbols for something as unusual and hard to translate from English, but okay, I'll take the word for it. It's a 6-cost demon for 5, it's a 5/5/6, whatever. You see the card. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sack a creature. It has flying and trample. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent sacks a creature. Great! Another sacrifice effect that you can't stop, on top of Liliana, Doom Foretold, and probably 6 more I'm forgetting. Hexproof doesn't mean shit, Indestructible doesn't mean shit, and you are never going to keep anything in play ever. Awesome.
How did you get this strong?
Next up, we've got Conclave Mentor, a Selesnya card that's like 2 years late. It's a 2/2 for 2, and of course, because Mark Rosewater is an idiot, if 1 or more 1/1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1 1/1 counters are put on that creature instead. Remember when Hardened Skills was like $15 because it was so degenerate and broken? Here it is! But wait! When it dies, you gain life equal to its power! This in a proliferate deck would be virtually unbeatable, except that good luck keeping even one of those creatures in play for more than 6 seconds. You can't. Not against the top 5 decks right now. You can't. You literally cannot even compete with creatures. Dead on Arrival card. You literally cannot even compete with creatures. Dead on Arrival card. Sorry. Next up we got Tempered Veteran. And he unfortunately is a creature, which means once again completely unplayable. Right now, I don't know if you noticed, you have to win with planeswalkers or enchantments or don't even show up to the games. Next up, Wildwood Scourge. It's a 0/0 green X Hydra. Because Hydras are never problematic in $10+ cards in Standard. Never. That never happens. So Wildwood Scourge enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on another non-Hydra creature you control, put a 1/1 counter on Wildwood Scourge. And they're going to be blown up by a board wiper sack ability. So it looks good, but you're not going to be able to play it. Next up, we got Liliana Swamp. Oh boy, a cool looking land in a set that nobody's going to buy because they're a bunch of paranoid SJW snowflake douchebags. And it's a standard product when standard is completely unplayable. And 90% of these cards are dead on arrival because of power creep, and the rest are just broken shit that nobody wants to see or play with or against. So, good luck selling this product, you assholes. Next up, Liliana Steward. It's a 1/2 for 2. It's a creature zombie, and if you sack it, target opponent discards a card. Oh, we needed 1 more of those effects in the game. Thanks. Literally cannot even compete with creatures. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. Fantastic. I can't wait to get hit by this and then have it immediately resurrected by Luris and get hit by it in the next turn. On the same turn that the asshole hits me with Thought Erasure and then Yarok's Fenler. Literally cannot even compete with creatures. Because that deck just was not quite toxic enough yet. They needed to add this to it. Add that to the ban list. Next up, we got Liliana's Devotee. 2/3 for 3. And zombies you control get +1/+0. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 2 mana, 1 black, 1 regular, and if you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Too weak, too slow, relies on creatures to win. So next up, Brash Taunter. It's a 5-cost 1/1 goblin with Indestructible. Oh god, I'm sure you can't possibly do anything degenerate with this. I'm sure nobody will ever figure out something completely broken and ridiculous that you can do with this. Don't waste your time, they're just gonna make you sack it. Whenever Brash Taunter is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent. Oh good, it's Stuffy Doll or whatever the f that card was. And then if you pay 3 and tap it, it fights another creature. So this is like Stuffy Doll on steroids. This card may as well have been named Find Some Degenerate Shit to Do with This Card Goblin. So we're only 133 cards out of 274 into this set. This overpowered, broken upgrade to every existing Toxic Tier 1 deck in existence right now that they're dumping into the biggest dumpster fire in the history of the game, aka the standard meta. I cannot wait for the next ban announcement. Maybe they'll attempt to fix something, probably not. And just in case you're a delusional idiot or you don't play Arena or you're gonna try and comment on the state of Standard without actually participating in it, let me just remind you. According to a website that refuses to cite its sources and is usually wrong, 35% of the meta is black, red, barely green sacrifice. It's the Witch's Oven cat horseshit with more death triggers and bullshit added. So if you think, oh, I'll just, remove whatever I need and then get that out of the way and then play my deck, No, you try and remove it, they'll just sack it. Board wipe it, they'll just come back. They probably got death triggers on it anyway. That deck's virtually unbeatable. It has almost no interaction. And the only way that you win is when they forfeit on turn 2 when you exile their Witch's Oven. Then in second place, we got blue, red, green reclamation decks. Oh, that's still a thing. Unlimited mana, expansion, explosion, win the game. Yeah, that's still a thing right now. Second best deck in the world, apparently. Then in third place, we've still got a Yorion deck. Wonderful. It's the Teferi Omen thing. They just bounce everything, reset the Planeswalkers, and just try to Super Friends you out of the game. It's completely non-interactive, and if you think you have a hope of winning with a creature, you do not. Nothing is staying in play for more than 2 turns. Nothing. Then we've got in fourth place the deck that idiots keep saying, nothing heard of it deck. It's just a list of shit that should be banned. We got Hydroid Krasis, Earl, Pelokronos. Who would run that? Narset, Tamio, Vraska. So those are all the toxic decks, and now they're trying to launch something new into that shit while simultaneously taking every single deck I just mentioned and giving it 1 or 2 upgraded cards. That is the specific extensive reason that I am not excited about this set at all, and I have a little bit of a negative outlook about it. Just a little tiny bit. And if you don't play Standard right now, but you feel like you can comment on it and say I'm wrong, shut the hell up. Standard is unplayable. Remember, I read every single comment, and I'd say for the last month, pretty much every video I have has about 3 to 5 comments saying I'm quitting Magic, fuck this, or I'm quitting Standard, or I'm quitting Arena. Between those 3 comments, about 3 to 5, sometimes 10 of those comments per video, every single day. If I was Wizards of the Coast, I would be really fucking concerned right now. In fact, I would walk into the company Monday morning and just start firing people. Just, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Who else? Who designed this? You're out. You're in R&D? Cool. Bye. Pack it up. Then I would cancel M21, apologize to the customer base, ban 30 cards, say we're powering back down Standard to something that's actually tolerable. That would be a start to fixing the game. Just the first steps. Do you think they're going to do that, or are they too busy looking through 35,000 cards for something that could vaguely be misconstrued as racist? I could only imagine how much staff they actually allocated to that. They probably hired Anita Sarkeesian as a contractor. They should.